He wants you to be the best person you can be. And when I say God, I don't know what image comes into your mind. Everybody has a different image, right? When I say that word, maybe you think of a guy in a black outfit with a little white square right here. When I say God, maybe you think of Charlton Heston standing on a rock going, right? When I say God, maybe you think of a church in your neighborhood with a certain steeple, a cross on top. When I say God, maybe you think of a man in a white robe with a beard going, right? Everybody has a different concept. When I say God, maybe you think of some kind of a silver-haired, big bearded guy sitting on a big throne somewhere up on a cloud. So I really am not trying to get everybody to have like a singular view of God. That is not my desire. My desire is just to let you know that you are of extreme value to God. He spared no expense in making you and making you unique and special in your own way. And as we go through our lives, we can either make choices that make us more like He wants us to be, or less like He intended for us to be. So my desire for all of you, and for myself as well, is not to follow a list of rules and regulations, but to invite every day, to invite God into your life. Every morning, get out of bed and drop your head and just say, God, please help me today to be what you want me to be. Let that light and that love shine through me. Let me share that with other people today. Because there's plenty of negativity in the world. There are plenty of people that will drag you down and make your day bad and cause stress and heartache and trouble. So how much better would it be for us to be people of positive influence and people who share goodness with those around us? You guys that are in high school here, maybe even some of you in junior high school, am I right that there are a lot of kids in your school who are troublemakers? There are kids that cause trouble, and there are kids that are always trying to get you to try this or do this, and they're always sneaking around the teachers, and they're always behind the back of the faculty, causing trouble. Well, why don't you be one of the tools, one of the instruments for good? Take a stand and be someone through whom the light and the love of God shines. Because you'll find an amazing amount of joy. Not fun, joy in that. As I said, I spent a large part of my young life, when I was younger, trying to follow a list of do's and don'ts. Things that I should do, shouldn't do, should do, shouldn't do. And the more as every year went by, I would find that I was so wrenched up inside, and I was always so worried that I wasn't doing everything right all the time. And when you try to hold yourself to a certain standard, that's it. When you try to hold yourself to a certain standard, you always fall short. You always do. And what comes when you fall short? What ends up happening? You get angry at yourself. What else? Depressed. You feel like, oh, dang it, I blew it again. This is pointless. I can't do it. Here's the good news. God knows you can't do it. And He's cool with that. He knows you better than you know you. He doesn't expect you to be perfect. He expects you to just do your best. Not to beat yourself up when you make mistakes. Acknowledge you made a mistake. Sure. I sure messed up that time. I do that all the time. I say something, I'm like, oh, doggone it. course, the only problem is when I make a mistake, like, people write about it. And that's not good. Because, that's something else I want to share with you guys. Just because, and this is a word for all of you. Any of you guys that consider yourselves, Christians, and I don't know where you are. Some of you may just be like, well, there wasn't any other panel going on right now, so I just kind of stumbled in here, and here I am. So maybe this may be kind of like a surprise to some of you. But I don't know where all of you are, but let me say this. Just because you call yourself a Christian doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't even mean you're any better. You're not better than anybody. Never. I know a lot of people that, because I say I believe certain things, that like, I can't believe, I saw, Vic say something rude to somebody, or I saw him get angry about something. Well, guess what? I'm just a stupid guy like everybody else. Just because I love God, just because I believe certain things doesn't make me perfect. It doesn't make me impervious to making mistakes, to saying things I wish I hadn't said, to behaving in a way that I wish I hadn't behaved. It makes me human. Yeah. So I'm kind of rambling because I'm just sharing from my heart. I hope that's okay. So what I want you guys to know in your daily lives is perfection is not the goal, because you'll never reach that. And all it will do is make you angry with yourself and disappointed in yourself. The goal is just to be the best you can be. And the goal is to reflect the love and the grace and the mercy that you have been shown to others. Parents, to your children. Kids, to your parents, to your friends. Wives, to your husbands. Husbands, to your wives. Brothers, to your sisters. Yeah. Siblings are like, ugh. I was hoping you wouldn't say that. No, I'm just kind of gathering my thoughts. It's so much more important who you are in here than who you are out here. And the cool thing is that the stronger you become in here, the more it will change who you are out here. That's what I want you guys to take with you today. If you desire a relationship with God, notice I didn't say Baptist. I didn't say Catholic. I didn't say Lutheran, Presbyterian. It's not about any of that. God was around a long time before we made up those words. If your desire is a relationship with your Creator, and I hope it is, because that's the best desire, then I want to encourage you to invite Him into your day every morning. Invite Him to walk with you through your day. Acknowledge that you're going to make mistakes. Acknowledge that you're going to blow it. But that you know that His grace covers that.